Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From bounding into comics, original Green Lantern, Alan Scott, confirmed as gay by DCcomics. Well, at this point, I'm thinking... No. Bear with me. Let's follow my logic here. If we are going to base a population based on the information that we get on comics in the population demographic, we will think that gay, well, the alphabet or the rainbow is an absolute majority of the population. As in, probably 70 or 80% if you're going to base it on the characters. No, not only on Netflix, I'm assuming it's pretty much 90% of the population. If you're going to base it on the rainbow demographic in those shows, even though they make up single digits, and I'm counting all alphabet people, all the rainbow. It's weird why they Ret-Conned characters just to appear progressive. Why do they need to do that? In fact, why do they need to appease a demographic that barely reads comic books? Haven't they learned that their sales are plummeting? Haven't they seen their numbers? Well, after all, these companies are owned by much bigger companies. DCcomics with Warner, even though they're trying to sell that hot potato. And then we have Marvel with Disney. I think it's IDW or something like that. Is owned by Hasbro. Oh, sorry, Has assembling. It has come to my attention that the word bro is insulting and offensive. Oh, wonderful news. Anyway, with maybe that's why these companies are able to pump out so much visual signaling bullcrap. Anyway, with his return to mainstream comics continuity, DC has confirmed that the original version of Alan Scott, better known as the Golden Age Green Lantern, is now a flamboyantly gay man. Look, I have no problem if you belong to the alphabet. I support you. You have seen me even saying it multiple times. I support and I've defended transgenders in the past and still do. From the toilet issues and many others, I have done so and I will continue to do so, but let's face it here. They are doing this for visual signaling. This is not representation. If it was for representation, wouldn't it be better for them to create another character? Or in this case, at least understand that the alphabet or the rainbow community is a minority and that they shouldn't be belonging to 90% of the comics or the characters we consume today? Don't you think that this is a problem? Look, the standard of the species, and no matter how many times people are trying to cry, is heterosexuality. Yes, the standard for every single species in most cases is heterosexuality, at least in the vertebrate world, and quite a bit on the invertebrate as well, is heterosexuality, because that's how you propagate the species. That's why we have evolved, yes, to fuck the people from our opposite gender. What a wonderful idea! I wonder, who thought that satanic belief? It's evolution, isn't it? Evolution is a satanic belief. Must be Darwin. Darwin is Lucifer incarnate. Who came up with this idea, this concept? The SJWs with their alphabet thinking that the standard is not heterosexuality. It's pretty much partaking to the same nonsensical bullshit that the old school Puritans partook when they denied evolution. And so they are practically doing the same thing. Because once again, the only way to propagate the species, or humanity, mankind, is fucking a woman, or a woman fucking a guy, but it doesn't matter. It's between man and a woman, not with Steve and Bob. I know, that's the excuse that many anti-gay people use. It's not Adam and Steve. Look, I understand the argument because humanity needs to, but I don't see any problem if Adam wants to fuck Steve, or Steve wants to show his bunghole for Adam. I don't care. But let's face it, those two are a minority, and they are in a very tiny numbers. Thank goodness, because otherwise humanity would have gone extinct. Because, quite frankly, how are you going to propagate the species between Adam and Steve? Of course, it won't happen. No matter how many of those imbecilic morons from the Neo-Puritans wants you to believe, you can't pump out a baby out of your dick. Or you can't pump out a baby. Oh, no, actually you can't pump out. It's a correct. But what's the name? What's the name of that guy from YouTube? He's probably one of the first babies coming out of a bunghole that came out and pooped. Chad Bono. Either way, let's go. The first character to ever bear the moniker of Green Lantern, Scott was originally introduced in the 1940s, and during his tenure as the magic-based ring slinger, served as both as founding member of the Justice Society of America and the original Earth 2 counterpart, the more well-known Green Lantern Hal Jordan. I miss the good comics. It has been years since I acquired a comic, last one being in 2017. Well, superhero comics. Until then, the last comics were actually from Disney, Donald Duck, Uncle Scrooge, things like that. But those have been quite a while as well. Anyway, this original incarnation would eventually marry a woman by the name of Rose Canton, unbeknownst to Scott, the split personality of the plant manipulating supervillain Thorn, and fathered two separate superpowered children. Holy fuck! He's heterosexual! That's an insult to the intersectionality gods! Time to rewrite him! Born Jennifer Lynn Hayden and Todd Rice, Scott's twin children would come to be better known as the Infinity Inc., members of Jade and Obsidian, not mentioned in Obsidian. Oh, I miss those comics. Look at the drawing, the quality of the drawing. Today you get some very questionable quality. Meritocracy. It used to be something good. Today it is viewed as the evil by the intersectionality people. Wonderful, right? Yeah. However, in the wake of the continuity and altering events of Flashpoint and the launch of the New 52 publishing initiative, Scott was reimagined as gay with the loss of his boyfriend, even serving as one of the catalysts for his transformation to the Green Lantern, flamboyantly cool. While the original Scott and his New 52 counterpart were previously considered entirely separate interpretations of the same character, DCcomics has now folded the two versions into a single hero, introducing the Golden Age, flamboyantly and very, very stunning and brave Scott, the mainline continuity as gay man. Yeah. The Ret-Conned occurs in Infinity Frontier #0. A double-sided one-shot preview in the direction of DC Comics mainline for the near future, following the aftermath of Dark Knight's death metal, inviting Jade and Obsidian himself. Jesus Christ! Obsidian is also gay. Seriously, way to prove my point of what I just said in the entire video. Holy mother of God! Anyway, to the JSA headquarters, Scott informs them that despite having been married a few times to women, I just love with all my mind. He had come to realize that there was something about myself I was hiding away. Oh no, I'm gazes. I'm storing some braces. Jesus Christ, DCcomics, stop ruining things. At this point, I just want you to go under and stop making comics. Or at least fire all these imbeciles who write these pieces of shit. And in most cases, who also draw some of your comics as well. Anyway. Do I even bother reading this? I even let myself get married a few times. So I was holding away. You're getting lost in the preamble. Just say it once. You can say, okay. And gazies. Scott bluntly reveals to his children. I let a few of the boys in the society know back in the day, and I've got a good deal of friends over the years. But some of the greatest minds of the world are looking out at the front seat again, and all that's possible. They've asked me to be a sentinel overlooking the totality of this world. And I didn't think it would be right to take the job without finally being the whole of myself, Oh my god, Z. Now go fuck yourself, whoever wrote this bullshit. Author James Tynion IV, who penned the Scott story for Infinite Frontier, previously hinted a Scott. Copy editor here. Newly revealed sexuality in last year's Greenlander 80th anniversary 100-page super spectacular last year. What? In the issue, Scott speaks with Doris Hampton, the mother of a young man named Jimmy, a friend and a co-worker of Scott's who died in a train accident as a result of industrial sabotage. While on her son's fate, Scott states that he was in the train in order to get away from myself. Oh. The next panel shows the silhouette. Oh, for fuck's sake. Together imposed against a background, smoldering fire and playing. Scott is not the only DC hero to have recently seen a change to his character, as Static has now had his origin updated to feature a Black Lives Matter protest. Oh yeah, I want to go over that one. Don't worry. Batman is still straight, but don't worry. It will be gay soon enough. It will be gay soon enough. Trust me. Superman is now black. And soon it's going to be gay. Stop pandering to these people. Really, they don't buy your content, DC. Anyway, bounding into comics again, DC Comics Ret-Conned sees Static receive powers. Stop. During Black Lives Matter protest! Wonderful! You're virtual signaling here, aren't you, DC Comics? You're pretty much holding. You are very rich. In fact, I think if you're going to classify virtual signaling points in currency, you're a filthy billionaire right now, DC Comics. You have enough money to pay for the mobs to protect you and come at your defense whenever you need. Well done, congratulations. Well, this one is an absolute shenanigans. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but suffice to say, it's so badly done that it's absolutely hilarious. Apparently, tear gas makes the guy a superhero, and then you know what? Fuck this. There's enough stupidity for one day, and I've got a bunch of videos to do today because I got work to do. So, on that note, if you want mildly interesting stuff, stay right here on CarringTube.com/Dr. If you want spicy content, when I don't censor myself, go to the tech alternatives, BitChute.com/Dr. or minds.com/Dr. Jester. I don't censor myself much in those places. So, thank you for watching. Good night.